How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. I also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about NNDM nanodimensions. I know it's been a while since I've given you guys an update. So hey, let's get into it. So the first thing we got to go over is the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below in the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering to take a position, I suggest you watch the full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is an article talking about NNDM and the current position of where it's at. I just want to make sure you guys are reminded of the fact if you're holding this stock, what you need to know and what you need to look forward to. So the article goes into that, and hey, I feel like it was a pretty good share. And then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis. We want to see what the price action is looking like. Is it looking bullish or is it looking bearish? We do know this is a growth stock at the end of the day, so if you're looking to get in, you could definitely have an opportunity to take advantage of pullbacks, and I'm going to let you know where those levels actually are. And then third, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. We want to know what is the overall market sentiment for NNDM. Is it positive or is it negative? Are there a lot of short sellers in this stock? Well, we're going to find that out. So after all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts and more details. So let's get into it. So we're going to go over this recent article on nanodimensions. So let's get into it. Upgraded printing tech should catalyze nanodimension stock. NNDM stockholders should brace for gains as nanodimensions is flush with cash and generating strong revenues. To say the least, investors of Israeli 3D printing firm nanodimensions have been through a roller coaster ride. The NNDM stock price reached stunning highs and then pulled back sharply. If you've been sitting on the sidelines and waiting for a bargain to present itself, now's your chance to make a move. As we'll see, nanodimensions has great news to report, and this could provide a boost to their share price. And if you bought NNDM stock at a higher price, it's not the end of the world. As the old saying goes, it's not a loss until you sell your shares. In the end, any losses could turn into profits, and then you'd be glad that you stayed the course with nanodimensions. NNDM stock at a glance. A year ago, NNDM stock shares were available for less than $3 a piece. However, a stunning rally started in September of 2020. Throughout the remainder of that year and into early 2021, nanodimension shares relentlessly propelled higher. Amazingly, on February the 9th, the stock reached a 52-week high of $17.89. It's generally not a great idea to chase after a parabolic price move. NNDM stock provides a good example of this. The post-peak decline was sharp, with the stock sliding to $5.53 on May the 13th. A bounce might be in progress though, as the stock price settled at $7.27 on June 3rd, and in any case, we've seen what the buyers are capable of. They staged a dramatic rally not too long ago, and they could certainly do it again. A major upgrade. With each new version of nanodimension's Dragonfly 3D printer series, the company is setting a new gold standard for the industry. Thus, nanodimension stakeholders should be pleased to know that the company just launched its next generation Dragonfly LDM 2.0 system. According to the company, the Dragonfly LDM system is the only known technology in the world that uses digital files and simultaneously 3D printing of dielectric and conductive materials to rapidly produce high-performance multi-layered electronic devices, also known as HiPads. With the 2.0 update, the Dragonfly LDM system offers hardware and software upgrades for an optimized user experience. Optimized ink utilization, better print quality with printhead collaboration and nozzle cancellation wizards, improved print uptime with better maintenance system design, and semi-automatic calibrations. And by the way, this is a free update for existing Dragonfly system owners. Moreover, the start date for sales of the new Dragonfly LDM 2.0 system was set for June the 1st. Cashed up and making sales. Nir Said, nanodimension's vice president, expressed his excitement announcing the product update. The company's efforts resulted in a product that will significantly take us one step closer to fulfilling our vision of the additive manufacturing of HiPads in a cleaner, smarter, and faster way, Said commented. Now the doubters might claim that it's costly to continually upgrade a company's products as Nanodimension is doing. Yet that shouldn't be an issue as the company is well capitalized. As Nanodimension recently reported, it had cash and deposit balance of $1.4 billion, including short and long-term unrestricted bank deposits at the end of the first quarter of 2021. Moreover, the company reported a $16.4 million in sales from January 2018 through March 2021, as well as first quarter 2021 revenues of $811,000. Those numbers are encouraging, no doubt, yet improving market conditions mean that the sales figures could even be better in the near future. As Nanodimension CEO Yoav Stearns explains, his company is very focused on building our sales and marketing organizations in the US, Europe, and Asia so that we are prepared to ramp up our sales efforts as pandemic-related restrictions are lifted. NNDM stock, the takeaway. We've watched NNDM stock shoot much higher and this could happen again. However, it's difficult to provide an exact time frame for this to occur. A solid strategy then could be to keep an eye for Nanodimension's future updates and upgrades and hold on to your stock position if you like what you are seeing. So for my thoughts on this article, it does give you a good picture in regards to where Nanodimensions is at currently. It also does talk about the fact that their big cash position that they have, and of course they've been using that to their advantage. They've been using it through making investments and also the right acquisitions. Also, the update to their Dragonfly system I feel like will definitely be an improvement for this company, but of course as things start to recover inside the economy, we're gonna have to look forward to seeing those revenues definitely improve, because if they don't, then there's definitely going to continue to be some more volatility inside of the stock. So now let's get into the technicals. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for NNDM. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $7.76, being up 1.04% on the day. On the low, it tested $7.66, and then on the high, testing $8.10. So we want to see how is it lining up with our indicators. We're using the 1-year daily chart. So it is above the 200-day. It's also above the 21-day EMA, but it is below the 100-day. When we take a look at the RSI down below, it is right around 57. So it's getting close to being in that overbought territory, but it's still hanging around in that 50 area, which we know as fair value. Now, one thing we got to take a look at the fact, this stock has been running up quite a bit. We could see back here on May the 13th, it was literally trading in that $5.30 area, and then it made this strong move to get up to here around $8.42 before being met with some selling pressure. So definitely a healthy pullback that we see going on here. What I want to look forward to though, is it going to pull back to the 21-day EMA here at $7.35. We know it did get to $7.66 and it was able to hold that at the close, but if it continues to be bearish, that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm also going to be looking forward to see if it actually breaks through that 21-day EMA and gets to the 200 at $7.13. My cost basis is right around $6.75. So I would add a little bit when it's at that 200-day, and if it breaks through and it even goes below my cost basis, I'll be looking to add even further. But one thing I want you guys to understand though, yes, that $8.42 level did get hit with a wall of selling pressure, but it's able to return there and have a lot of momentum. I'll be looking forward to seeing a test going to 9 and then reaching that 100-day at 9.56. This stock can show a lot of strength, especially when certain catalysts do come out for this particular play. But for the most part, if it does decide to pull back, there is some opportunities here. So we're on Fintel. We're going to take a look at the short interest information for NNDM Nanodimension. So the short volume ratio is at 28%. So this is fairly significant right away when we take a look at it. What does this mean? So out of 8.3 million shares that were traded on Friday, 2.3 million of those shares were actually sold short. As we scroll down on the page, the short shares availability is at 1.6 million and the short ball free rate is at 1.36. Taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, it has been going up since June the 9th, being 25, 23, and then jumping up to 28. But it has been to 28 at the past, especially here on June the 8th. We also saw this on June the 4th as well, and seeing it being around 27 0.19 back on May the 28th. So what does this mean? There's going to be a lot of volatility in this stock overall in general. What does this mean? If a news catalyst does end up coming out, we can look forward to seeing some strong moves to the upside because this would force shorts to cover their positions. But if we're not getting any news, there's going to be a lot of volatility and there possibly can be a lot more downward pressure on the overall stock price. Part of the reasons why I always say to watch out for pullbacks, especially with growth stocks like NNDM. So for my final thoughts for NNDM, Nano Dimensions, there's definitely a lot of upside when it comes to this stock. We've seen they've done some recent acquisitions lately, and I feel it's going to help this company overall in general. What I'm talking about, we're talking about Nano Fabrica and as well as DeepCube. We know with DeepCube, that's more so their deep learning aspect, and also as far as Nano Fabrica, they focus on micro 3D printing, so getting to those close details. This is going to help overall and over time for the Dragonfly system, which they had recent updates for. So taking all of this into consideration, they are setting themselves up to take advantage of the growth that's going to be in the 3D printing sector going forward for years to come. And it's part of the reasons why, as far as from my cost basis, I'm in at $6.75. So if it ends up getting below that, that's where I'll be adding to my position. If it is over that, the most that I'll be looking at is like being above that is around $7 in regards to adding. But for the most part, that's where my position is built out at. If you're thinking about getting into this play, just know it comes with a lot of volatility, and part of the reasons why pullbacks are also inevitable in this play. As far as for the short interest, yes, we have a lot of shorts that are in this stock, and it's part of the reasons why there are so many opportunities that come with this. If we end up having a big time catalyst, then you know this stock can make some serious moves to the upside. We've seen where it's been at, and as far as taking that into consideration, NNDM is definitely something to keep on your watch list or worth some sort of consideration, especially if you want to make sure you have an investment in the 3D printing sector. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.